Alright, so if you know who I am, you may be wondering how I, and many of the Build-A-Boat players, make cool weapons such as crazy rapid-fire rockets or powerful missiles. In this video, I will be explaining both how they work and how to make them. As always, feel free to skip the tutorial bits if you don't want to build them, and only simply want to watch this for the explanations, or just for fun. This is an example of spring ammo. Spring ammo is basically a really long, extended spring that is then shrunk down and connected to a payload, so that when the spring releases, it will launch the payload. If the payload is heavier or smaller, the strength of the spring needs to be adjusted as stronger or weaker. The kinetic energy of the spring releasing might push it so far that it just clips through the map, or it might be so weak that it instantly falls on the floor and barely moves. This spring ammo, for example, launches the payload forward first. Then lets go of it so it can freely go forward or get stuck into another build without the spring interrupting. Then finally, it releases the rest of the ammo to make space for new ammo, or just simply because you don't really need the back piece of the ammo anymore. Once the spring ammo is fully used, you should be able to use a variety of different loading systems to reload the bullet, which means to move it back into place and extend it to fire. Here's how you build a spring ammo and a basic loading system if you wanted to make one. This is what an RC missile/drone looks like. A RC missile or drone works by using servos to turn the jets instead of the pilot's seat. This allows them to be piloted from far away and go through isolation mode. Due to it using jets, it can hold a lot of weight, such as dynamite, of which I will teach you more on how to effectively use later, or cannons and shielding. I used this mechanism for my killbots, and it often proves to be quite useful, as it rarely misses its target because, well, it runs straight into the target and blows up or locks on and shoots it down. It's important to note that the servos may glitch if the plane is very unbalanced or too heavy, so if you're going to do that, at least turn up the servo strength. Also, do make sure you key bind everything correctly or it won't fly right. Here's how you make a simple RC missile if you want to. Dynamite is pretty simple when you first use it, but soon that isn't enough. The craving to cure boredom with mass destruction grows greater until, hey wait, why does this sound similar? Anyway, you can make stronger bombs by basically placing a bunch of dynamite in a circle around a single piece of dynamite, and only key binding that one middle piece of dynamite, so that when it explodes it spreads out the dynamite and makes a huge blast radius with a bunch of exploding dynamite. These clusters can be added on to more clusters for even bigger explosions or stacked within another for higher damage. They also can be attached onto most weapons such as harpoon missiles, which is when you put a hinge like this on a harpoon and then put a bomb on it. or just regular old dropping bombs. Here's how you make one if you want to. Well, that was another long video of mine. I'm happy to say we have almost hit 500 subs, mostly because of the Roaring Knight from Delta Rune and Killjoy from Dive Death. But anyway, I hope you found this video somewhat entertaining or informational. I will be making another tutorial with pistons because we reached our like goal on the last one, and I think for this video I'll set the like goal to 12. So if you want to see a part 2, like this video. Okay, bye.